Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are cracking wide open the official guidelines for the Litecoin Cloud Mining platform. Now look, Litecoin itself is an absolutely fascinating asset, right? People often call it the silver to Bitcoin's gold, because it boasts that snappy 2.5-minute block generation time and a deflationary design. But as we all know, mining margins are getting thinner, and with the block rewards sitting at 6.25 LTC, we're seeing platforms emerge with these highly structured alternative yield systems. So, this explainer? This is your ultimate blueprint for analyzing and really understanding the complex, multi-tiered reward mechanics of this specific platform. Let's get right into it. To conquer this dense math step by step, we're going to use a 4-pillars framework. We'll look at direct and cloud referrals, achievement ranks and salaries, team mining rewards, and finally, global community pools. All right, kicking things off with Pillar 1, direct and cloud referrals. This is your starting foundation. So when you or your network purchase cloud mining phases, the platform instantly hands you a 5% extra deposit bonus. Nice little perk, right? But the real structural income comes from a 10-level referral distribution model. You're going to earn 5% on your direct first-level referrals, 1% on your second level, and then a steady 0.5% all the way down from your third to your 10th level. But here's what's actually kind of crazy, the matching refer bonus. Let's say one of your direct partners buys a $100 phase package tier. They get a $5 self-bonus, right? Well, you get a matching $5 refer bonus. If they go big and buy a $10,000 phase, that's a $500 matching bonus straight to you, literally just matching their tier. Okay, moving on to Pillar 2, achievement ranks and salaries. This is all about leveling up from rank A1 to A15. So let's look at this Phase 1 structure, which the platform officially calls building momentum. To hit rank A1, you really just need 6 direct active miners. That unlocks a $100 total reward. But notice how these requirements scale up. To hit rank A5, it's not just about having more direct members. Your total network size actually needs to hit 1,000 people to unlock the $700 total reward. It's like a giant puzzle you're building. Now, here's a massive caveat. The platform doesn't just hand you a bag of cash all at once. No way. Whether your reward is $100 or $700, the payout is distributed in equal pieces over a strictly enforced 20-day timeline. So for that A1 reward we just talked about, it trickles in at exactly $5 a day for 20 days. It's totally designed this way to ensure you maintain sustained engagement with the platform. They want you checking in. And this brings us right into Phase 2, the Leadership Surge. From ranks A6 up to A10, your focus has to shift entirely to network management. I mean, look at this. Reaching rank A10 requires managing a downline of 100,000 people and developing 3 direct A9 leaders directly beneath you. It's a huge undertaking, but the payout scales accordingly to a $4,000 total reward distributed as $200 a day for 20 days. Now, what's really interesting here is the transition into Phase 3, the Financial Legacy tiers. This fundamentally changes the game. Starting at rank A11, you're still getting those massive lump sum rewards spread over 20 days. Like, we're talking a $10,000 total reward here. But notice the addition of permanent monthly salaries. Yeah, you heard that right. The platform actually begins paying you a fixed monthly income simply for maintaining this elite tier of leadership status. Just let that number sink in for a second. $100,000. That is the absolute boss level apex of the platform's tier system at rank A15. To get there, the math is intense. It requires a total network of 4 million people. But if achieved, it secures a $100,000 monthly salary. Contrasting that sharply with the $100 reward back at rank A1 perfectly illustrates the platform's incredibly heavy emphasis on exponential network growth. All right, let's transition to Pillar 3, Team Mining Rewards, also known as the TMR. This focuses on the 10% daily pool. So once you hit an A rank, you qualify for a slice of this daily pool generated by your entire downline. Here's how those distribution percentages scale. An A1 leader earns 25% of the TMR pool. Every single time you rank up, your share increases by exactly 5%, scaling all the way up to an A15 leader, taking home an incredible 95% of the pool. However, I need to warn you right now, there is a very specific structural catch to how this payout is actually calculated. You definitely do not just get a flat 95% of everything. That catch is called the differentiation principle. It's a strict structural rule, which basically means you do not automatically earn your full rank percentage on your entire downline. Instead, you only earn the mathematical difference between your percentage and the percentage of the leader directly below you in that specific leg. You absolutely must understand this rule because it is a vital strategic mechanic you have to plan your network around.
And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates the math in action. Let's break it down into 3 simple steps. Say you've worked really hard and you've reached rank A5, which entitles you to 45%. But the leader of one of your direct legs is currently at rank A3, giving them 35%. You don't get 45% of their team's volume, you get the difference. 45 minus 35 equals 10. So you earn a 10% differential payout on that specific leg's total volume. See how that works?
Which leads us to the single most critical risk in Pillar 3, rank blockage. Think about it. If a highly motivated team member in your downline catches up and reaches the exact same rank as you, the percentage difference between you two mathematically drops to 0. 45 minus 45 is 0. You instantly stop earning TMR payouts from that specific leg entirely, at least until you level up to a higher rank than them. The platform intentionally uses this to incentivize you to continuously build and stay one step ahead of your team.
Finally, we arrive at Pillar 4, global community pools. This is all about balancing your network.
To qualify for these specific pools, the platform divides your entire network into 2 categories. Your A branch, or your power leg, is simply the single referral leg that has generated the highest total sales volume. Then, your B branch is not just one leg, it is the total combined sum of all your other active recruitment legs put together. Success in this final pillar requires balancing these 2 branches perfectly against each other.
So the really crucial point here is how this 2% global turnover pool is accessed. To get your share, you must maintain a strict 1-to-2 volume ratio between your A branch and your B branch. Also, unlike the previous rewards, achieving a higher B rank immediately stops your income from the previous rank's allocation pool. And you really need to plan your structure carefully here. The platform sets up a massive structural jump in volume requirements when you try to pass the B3 tier. Going from B3, which requires 10K in your A branch and 20K in your B branch, to B4, that requires a sudden, massive leap to 100K and 200K. It's a deliberate bottleneck to test your network's true strength.
When we take a step back and look at the big picture, these aggressive, multi-tiered reward structures are really attempts to offset harsh external realities. In traditional crypto setups, your long-term earnings are heavily impacted by ever-increasing network difficulty. Heck, miners often have to rely on merged mining, like mining Dogecoins simultaneously alongside Litecoin, literally just to stay profitable. But to bypass those volatile local market conditions, this specific platform utilizes an automated smart contract layer to execute these complex matching bonuses, the differential payouts, and the daily pools. It's essentially ensuring a steady yield regardless of what the underlying network difficulty is doing. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. Understanding this math is one thing, but execution is a completely different beast. Knowing all about the differentiation principle, the 1-to-2 volume ratio, and the constant looming threat of rank blockage, have you built a balanced enough structure to stay ahead of your team, navigate those missing tier gaps, and actually unlock that ultimate A15 financial legacy? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now it's time for you to look at your own network and do the math.